Hello, everyone. This is LeimomiTV, intuitive soul and mindset coach here, and I'm here with Elisa Hartzell. She's amazing, amazing, amazing person. She has her modality and all kinds of amazing stuff that she's putting out there. So I wanted to give the chance to have my clients to come online with me with my LeimomiTV Client Impact Interview Series, where I'm basically sharing about my clients and how their soul alignment blueprints have changed their life. So, tell us more about, who you are, what you do, what kind of sacred work do you put out into the world?
Yay, thank you. So I'm a multidimensional healer and spiritual teacher, and one of my main focuses is my modality, Sacred Soul Alignment, which came through for me just over a year ago when I was living in Maui, and a lot of energy and information came through during that time. And it's last year I certified 101 people, and I'm getting ready to begin the first class of 2018 and looking forward to another, amazing year of, helping people unlock their healing gifts and abilities. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, like I remember when we first met in Maui, and we kind of contact like through text messaging, but a lot has changed since then.
A lot has changed.
So,
Yeah.
what were you experiencing or struggling with before we met? Before you met me, like what did you like experience or learn when you got your soul alignment blueprints?
Yeah. Wow. So a lot changed. So before we connected for the soul blueprint, I was doing really well in my business financially, but I was practically, I was exhausting myself and overwhelming myself, and I was not enjoying the process very much because I was so overwhelmed. And it's interesting because you and I have had some parallel experiences, and that really was helpful to me to have you know that you understood that, and we have the same blueprints, so that was pretty cool. But I was really, I had been working with some coaches that really kind of knocked me out of alignment and had given me advice that was basically the opposite of my blueprint. And so just getting the information and working with you, we worked one-on-one together, and we got to do that in person. That was pretty fun for part of it because I was there in Maui. It really helped me understand what's really in alignment with my soul. I was spinning my wheels and doing things that were exhausting me because they weren't in alignment with my soul's blueprint. And I had actually had my divine gifts done before by someone else, and they had them in the wrong order. And when you did them and put them in the right order, everything made so much sense. And knowing that, my superpower basically is love, and understanding, what is really in alignment with that superpower, which was kind of the opposite of what I was doing, really helped me be able to enjoy what I was doing a lot more, and brought me a lot more peace and a structure in my life that makes sense for who I am and what I need.
Yeah, I remember when we first like started, you're saying like, "Oh, no, I'm a teacher, and I know like exactly like I've been doing it for such a long time."
Yeah.
And then when we look at your blueprints, and it was like the total opposite of your of the order of the way that your business and your lifestyle is supposed to be. And then suddenly you just switched it, and I noticed like your Facebook group grew, like it doubled, I
Yeah.
think, size, right? Like you went to multiple six figures very quickly because it just like was more in alignment towards what your design was, which was more your healer, and bringing in your diva magical healer, and bringing in your real path, which is about connection and love and community. And suddenly it's like, bam, everybody responded in a different way, and you felt more of that fulfillment inside of yourself. Like it was like an inner transformation with the outer, right? Because the outer was like, what's going on over here? How do I get myself like to feel good? to feel like you're not sacrificing yourself, and which as healers, that's what we do all the time.
Yeah,
We do the
exactly.
opposite
Yeah.
of our design sometimes because we tend to sacrifice um, to help others, but not really to like do it intentionally for yourself. So all that love and connection came back, which was what was missing.
It did. And I think when you first did my soul blueprint, and I was really resistant to it because I do teach, and I was like, part of me felt afraid that I was going to have to give that up. But of course I didn't. I just needed to kind of come about it from through the lens of, my soul blueprint and be able to teach in that way. And I think that had a big part of why I was able to draw in so many people into the modality and into my group. And it makes it so much easier knowing that, like, one of my gifts is just holding space for people. And, that's easy for me to do. So that made a big difference. And we started working together early in 2017. It was in probably the first quarter of the year. And I tripled my income last year from the previous year. So not only did I, find more peace and enjoyment in what I'm doing, but, I was able to increase the abundance of that too, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm chicken skin here. When I think about how much like things have shifted for you, like not just personally, but like and everybody else and how they respond back to you, like you can feel more of the connection. Because I remember you told me like I feel kind of disconnected. Like a lot of people wants to be a part of my life, but I feel like I can't really connect. And I think that's what happens when you lose when you're not in your superpower, you kind of lose your soul's voice, you lose your why, you lose your purpose. You just feel like there's like this not a connection like it should be, despite all the success and the love and connection other people may have towards you. But if you can't be in your superpower, like things just doesn't feel right, right? I remember you told me when I did your session here in person, and you're like, I can feel love finally. Like we activated your heart chakra and where your superpower is, and then you're like, oh my God, I feel so much in love with everyone else.
That's so true. And it's really switched because prior to that, I felt drained by everyone because I was going about things kind of the opposite of what I'm really meant, what I'm here to do. And that also created a deeper connection with the people that I work with, so it's not only for me, but it's a ripple effect in being able to serve in a way that people are actually really needing.
Yeah, it's amazing how much has changed. So those are like the kind of manifestations that happen like right after, and it continues to happen now. Like, have you noticed that things have shifted a lot more also?
Yeah, things have shifted because I make choices and decisions from my soul's blueprint. When I'm creating offers and programs, like for example, I've spent the last 2 years doing a lot of group programs and kind of almost like being a little bit on the outside of what I was doing. And I'm really, I've allowed myself to really follow what my heart is desiring, which is a more intimate connection with my clients and more in-person stuff. We talked about how I think 80% of what I'm supposed to be doing to feed, my soul's blueprint is to do it in person. And so that's the thing that I'm working towards for this year. And I think it's going to be so amazing because I think a lot of us are feeling, even if our superpower isn't love, I think collectively a lot of people are feeling kind of tired and overwhelmed by the whole social media scene and wanting to make more in-person connections. And so for that to be in alignment with what I'm meant to do is really exciting because I know that when I follow that, because I'm living in my soul blueprint and living in alignment, that it's going to be successful naturally.
Yes, that's the next step, right? It's like revamping your offline presence rather than the online. And it was, I think, really cool that you got to go online so you could bring out your school, your teachings, and then now like bringing in the more personal level, which would be more offline version. And I think people don't realize that is that like you can't really feel the full fulfillment if you're having your soul's business model like the opposite of your design, right? Which is what we came up with. We're like, oh my God, like if you're supposed to be offline and you're doing awesome online, how much more offline are you gonna be like even more awesome, you know?
Yeah.
And how much more at ease you will be. Which of course me and you are going through the same process right now, figuring out how to bring our offline version, but still keeping the online version, which would a bit be more passive, more evergreen for us. But I know like how much that's going to impact your revenue and how you feel and your community. They're going to feel more of that fulfillment that you're looking for, which is that next stage. Because people don't realize that there's actually 4 levels of soul alignment that you have to go through in your business and your lifestyle. And at the path level, if you're doing the wrong business model that's not aligned to your, you know, online, offline version, you're just going to go kaput, which is kind of what happened, right? When you're going so much in the opposite direction of your biz model, and then come back and go back to, hey, no, I'm more designed to be either online or offline. And then now you know, okay, I got to go offline. Now we need to revamp everything so that you can reach that next level, which is full fulfillment of your sacred work, which is so incredible that you here in Maui, like brought all your sacred work really quickly.
Yeah, it's that energy.
Yeah, that was like a lot of amazing energy.
Yeah.
And you got more than 100 people in it. So it just makes us see how much your dreams can come true if you just really follow your design, follow your blueprints, follow who you are. And I think people don't realize that it's when you read people's gifts, you're sometimes reading their personality rather than what they're actually made of from source. And so that was what the blueprints were. Like we read you from source. Hey, this is the way your soul is designed. This is the order of your gifts, and then like follow that in your business model. I've been seeing that also with how you partner with everyone and how you speak to your ideal client. It's a lot more clear, right? You're not like, oh, I'm guessing. You're like very, very clear. This is how I speak to her. This is how I get her to follow my movement. And so it's just so amazing. I always get chicken skin when I hear all the things that you're up to. So what are your dreams and goals for the next year? I know you kind of already talked a little bit about it, but what do you see yourself doing more of?
Yeah, so I see myself doing more, well, the in-person stuff, but also opening up more space to work with one-on-one clients. I hardly did that at all last year. And so I'm about to put that out there in the next couple of weeks. I'm really, really looking forward to that. And more teaching. So, you know, I'm getting ready to begin the first class of 2018 for Sacred Soul Alignment. But I've got a lot of advanced classes that I'm working on that are in the works. And then I'm also, one of my goals is to bring out a teacher certification probably in the fall. So for some of the practitioners that have, you know, gone through the program, to have the opportunity to be able to teach this modality. And my ultimate goal is to have those teachers teaching the level 1, and I will be able to focus more on the advanced levels and the teaching of the teachers. So that's my ultimate goal for this year that I'm working towards.
Yes, that would be so awesome. I can totally see your students be so excited to share it, right? Like, so you're not the only teacher, right? Like you have more teachers teaching other teachers, which is so awesome. So how can people contact you, to work with you? Any last words you want to share with us?
Yeah, so my website is just my name, ElisaHartzell.com. And on there you can, get some free sacred soul alignments to try out this energy for yourself. And if by chance, you're a healer and you're interested in learning this modality, I'm actually launching it. I am doing a webinar on Thursday, so in 2 days. And the information for that is in my group. So I have a group called Sacred Soul Alignment with Elisa Hartzell. And I'll be you can sign up for the webinar in there, but I also will be live streaming it. And I have some really exciting bonuses. I have a bonus of some actual physical products, some of my favorite spiritual tools. I've never given a bonus of a thing before. And some of some of it are things that I've actually personally made and activated myself. So I'll be sharing that. There's only 10 of them. So if that's something that calls to you, you might want to be on that webinar. So mainly my group and my website. And then I also have a business page called, what is the name of it? Alicia Hartzell. I don't even know what the name of it right now is. I forget. And obviously I'm not very active on there. So my group and my website are the best places to find me.
So thank you so much for taking this time to share with your experience with the Soul Line Blueprints. And it's kind of cool, like exactly like we have like the exactly same similar blueprints. So we have used the exact same kind of copying words and and we didn't even know that. And then when we became friends through, here being on Maui, I noticed how much like things have shifted for you when you change your words to very similar to what I say.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool. That was nice for me for you to be able to, I mean, you understand all of the superpowers and gifts, but I liked how our paths, we had a lot. It's like you were kind of 2 steps, I was 2 steps behind what you had experienced. And I found that really helpful. So I wanted to thank you also for everything that you're doing for people and for the planet. You do some amazing, amazing work that's really causing and creating a ripple effect for the whole planet. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for us going on the same journey, right? And and being at the perfect time, perfect place, and just helping each other through the misalignments and alignments. And I can't wait to see all the amazing things that you're going to put out in the next year, and to probably much more faster. Now you know which direction you're going with your alignment.
That's right.
So, awesome. Thank you, everybody, for listening in. We'll be continuing this Client Impact LeimomiTV interview series. And so I'm pretty much live streaming every day or for the next couple of months to share about my clients and their amazing work. So be sure to stay tuned and join my Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living Facebook group if you haven't already. And also see my website at www.leimomikilikuli.com. And we share amazing, amazing stuff to live your conscious self and soul alignment living. All right. So you guys have a beautiful day. Aloha.